This is Earl Amin with the 2020 Foresight Podcast, where CEOs of small to global companies share their insights. It is 6 questions in 9 minutes because top CEOs know how to listen and be concise. So let's get to it. First of all, welcome. And in just a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
So my name is Jonaed Iqbal. I help people without college degrees find meaningful jobs that pay well. I'm the founder and CEO of NoDegree.com and host of the No Degree podcast, where I interview people without college degrees and have them share their stories.
Wow, very interesting. So, what would you say is the best thing about being the CEO of your company?
I get to impact real change, right? Because I worked corporate before, but it was, working on spreadsheets, and you kind of work on a spreadsheet and a report, and someone high up who makes 10 times more money than you looks at it for a few seconds. I remember working on reports, this quarterly report, and we found out that the big boss didn't even look at it.
Hmm.
So I like the fact that when I do a resume for someone, or someone listens to my podcast and they tell me, "Hey, I was able to find a job. I was able to land an interview. I was able to change my perspective." Right?
Right.
Because there are some people who are thinking like, "Hey, I have to go to school to get this job," and sometimes I save them 30 to 70K because they would have spent that money on a degree. Now they're straight in the workforce.
Right. Very good. Very good. Well, as a CEO, I hear from other CEOs that leading their team and being able to see the road ahead can sometimes be a challenge. What are your thoughts?
I love that because I'm an entrepreneur. I took one of those career coaching tests, and one of my traits is futuristic, right? So for me, I'm always thinking about the future. How do I make the world a better place? How do I impact change? I'm a dreamer. So by having my own company, I get to build my dreams and the dreams of my employees, right? One of the things that I do is I make sure I ask, because I realize my employees have their own goals and aspirations, and it's my goal to build them.
Nice. Nice. Well, that said, what piece of insight might you want to share with other CEOs?
I think stay on track. I think as visionaries, sometimes you always get excited about new ideas, and you shiny object syndrome, right? Gets a lot of
Yes.
entrepreneurs, right? You always this
Yes.
new hot thing, but I think stay on track. It's okay to pivot, but
Mhm.
remember your why and remember your mission. Like, what is your goal? And make
Mhm.
sure that regardless of how you pivot, that you're working towards that goal.
Mm, very good. Good piece of wisdom. Well, tell me, in your path, what other successful CEOs like yourself would you like to acknowledge here now and should be on my podcast?
There's so many successful CEOs. If you could get, I don't know, I'm really a big fan of Bill Gates.
Mm,
Um, just his road, how
mm,
he's built it, and I really like how he's really changed to at now it's he's at a point in his life where he has a team who focuses on how to give his money away because he has so much money to give away, right?
mhm,
Because it's
mhm,
like you go to countries like I'm from Bangladesh, and you go to countries where you know you have like the dengue fever and these other diseases that you don't really hear of because of vaccines and all the healthcare, right? There are people still dying of
mm,
diarrhea and lack of access to clean water.
mm.
So the fact that he did the stuff, built Microsoft to a crazy point, and left that to cause full time impact, I think that's someone who I really aspire to be like.
Mm. Very good. Well, I assume you have his number and his email address, so just get that over to me and
Yeah,
we'll get right
I'll
on that,
try. I'll try.
okay? So now for the final question, how do you celebrate a win?
Honestly, I'm not. You have the thing, you're happy, but I keep moving in the sense of I make sure I keep a balanced lifestyle so
Mhm,
that wins and losses come, but momentum is a big key theme in my life. I find that
mhm,
once you're on a downward track, you keep on going on a downward track. And once you're on the upward track, you keep on going upwards, right? Like I
mhm,
realize that when I have a bad day, like I miss a meeting, it's not just one bad thing that happens. It's a chain reaction. When I have good things happen. So I celebrate whatever. I make sure I get enough rest and I keep a balanced lifestyle. So when I do get those wins, I can continue and roll them over to future wins.
right. Very good. Very good. Well, let me ask you this. How can people find you?
I'm easy. If you search up Jonaed Iqbal on LinkedIn, so Jonaed, you just need to find my first name. I have a very unique spelling of my name. And check out the No Degree podcast. It's on your favorite platform. That's the best way to sort of connect with me and follow my journey.
Okay. So I really appreciate what you had to say. It was very insightful. I want to thank you
Yes,
for that.
it was great talking to you.
All right. So this is Earl Amin with the 2020 Foresight Podcast. For more insights, go to LinkedIn and search for the Gray Owl Company. Jonaed, thank you very much.
Thank you, Earl.